Oh, hey there, superstars. His name is Aaron, and he starts every morning by singing Mr. Blue Sky in the shower.
His name's Tommy, and he doesn't even go here.
And this is the Super Pod Saga. Hey, welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sitting down and joining us. This is the Super Pod Saga. It's the show where Aaron and I, and often a guest, bring a different video game topic to the table, and then we talk about it and talk and talk and talk.
That's right. It's part of this complete breakfast.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. I like that. And we have a guest today. His name is Andre, and he is from Fine Time. Hello, Andre.
Hello there, it's your boy Dre from Fine Time. If you listen to the show, that's me.
That's him. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about the show.
Oh boy, Fine Time. It is a fine time. We're just three dudes talking shit. We get on there, we love video games, whatever we're playing. Whether it just came out, whether it's old as hell, whether it's obscure, it doesn't matter. What we're interested in, that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Then we're the type who love like industry shit, you know what I mean? So we cover like that kind of news, and then we play silly games, you know, like I don't know anything about Pokemon. We play a thing called Pokemon Real or Fake sometimes, which really fools me. It is unbelievably bad. It is unbelievable how bad I am at that game. You would like to think like with a 50-50 chance real or fake I would get more of them. I don't. There was one time I went 1 for 10.
Oh,
it was
wow.
unbelievable. Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was so embarrassing. So, you know, we do stuff like that. Sometimes we talk about other stuff too. Movies, anime, you know, occasionally. But yeah, fine time. Come for a fine time.
Oh, that's good. Where can they find Fine Time?
Pretty much everywhere. Apple Podcasts, you know, we don't do the YouTube thing, really. I don't even think we have a channel. But yeah, any your favorite podcatcher should have us.
Perfect. Hey, Aaron.
Yes, Tommy.
Where can people find us if they want to communicate with us beyond just listening to our beautiful voices?
Beyond sending messenger pigeons or tying a note to a brick and then throwing it through my living room window, they could go to superpodsaga.com. Anything you could ever want about Super Pod Saga, except for our blood types, because it's got our recent episodes, our blog, because we write stupid, goofy stuff, and you can also go to our support tab and give us some money through Patreon or PayPal if you want, but you don't have to. Just superpodsaga.com.
Thank you. Woo! And we are here today to talk about video games. I have no idea where this is going to go because it is a big, vague topic, which is my specialties. But we are going to talk about our happiest video game memories today. We're gonna cozy up in a blanket, sit around the fire, and just say happy
and
things.
Slam a 4 Loco.
Slam a 4 Loco.
Just one? Just
You gotta heat it up in the microwave first.
Oh man. I'm hoping that you guys have happy video game memories to share. Otherwise, it's going to be an awkward episode. But what I guess what is it about video games that makes you happy? Start with you, Andre. Put you on the spot.
Oh God, why do I love video games? It's such a hard question. Right. I loved video games since I've had conscious thought. I think the first thing I personally remember is, you know, standing on a chair to play, you know, a Galaga machine or something like that, you know, because I wasn't tall enough. I mean, shit like that. You know, I really, man, it's just always been there, I guess. I think the first system, like home system I ever played was a Vectrex. I don't know if you guys know what a Vectrex is.
I do know.
Yeah, it was like a vector-based home system, and it came with its own monitor and console. It's one of those things where you put the slide on the screen so you know what game it is, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. So it plays around that. It's strange. Or I remember playing like a 3D-ish like tank game, like a, you know, one of those kind of things that were popular back then. Anyway, I've loved video games since I can remember, so I guess it's just a thing. I'm just a video game guy.
We're all video game boys here. We're all video game.
That's
men.
right.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Aaron? What makes you happy about video games?
I guess it's just like the different ways you can play them, and then that's just the different ways you can. Sorry, my brain is still really fucked up from sleeping
Loco.
Yeah.
No worries.
What about you, Tommy?
I just like yeah, all the different experiences. I like that I can be a man going through space, or I can be a warrior in a mystery land, or a spy person. I like doing all the things that I could never ever do in real life. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about this since this is my topic. I go first. That's the rules. Andre, you go last. You wait.
Okay. Okay.
You're the goose.
I want to start with we're gonna go back to high school. Everyone go back to high school. It's 2008 or 2009. I don't remember.
That's one.
Excuse me. It's the late 90s over here. Jeez.
It's 2008. And it was prom. I was at prom, which was awful experience for the most part. I hated prom, but
me too.
They had a rock band set up, baby, and I was obsessed with the Rock Band, Guitar Hero, those things at the time. So of course I was going to go there and play Rock Band. And I sat down on the drums. I don't remember who was on guitar. Jose was on the microphone. I'm pretty sure we picked Everlong by the Foo Fighters, and Jose could not sing it. He was doing so bad we were going to fail. I was like, Jose, put the mic by my mouth. And so he held it out to me, and so I drummed and sang at the same time.
Oh my God.
Prom. It was one of the coolest I've ever looked in my life.
Dude, absolutely.
That's incredible. You turned into Phil Collins, or you did turn into Dave Grohl. You sang and drummed at the same time.
I know. I was Dave Grohl.
Phil Collins.
Yeah, Phil fucking Collins, man.
Leo.
I loved playing Rock Band. I always got stuck singing. I say stuck, but I did like to do it, even though I'm not a great singer. It was just, fun to do. They always wanted to play that new Pornographer song in the first Rock Band electric version.
Yeah.
Yo, man, that is a really hard song to sing. Yo, I nailed it though. An expert. I nailed it one time. It was great.
I should have. Maybe this should have been my memory. I was an only child in the smallest town in the world. Well, actually, Aaron's was smaller, so I was in the second smallest town in the world.
Recognized.
So often I had to play Rock Band with my mom. So she was the one who was on the vocals because she couldn't actually play anything. So imagine me standing there playing guitar and my little 5-foot-tall mom singing Coheed and Cambria. Oh, what a fun
Mom, we're gonna sing Beautiful Disaster again.
You didn't do good enough last time. We need 5 stars, Mom.
You bitch.
This is the big time.
Oh shit. You hear that?
Mom, I'm never gonna get famous, Mom.
It's only 2 weeks to prom.
Oh
man,
that's a good one.
It's your turn, Aaron.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Wait, this is another high school one. So it was. Well, I guess it didn't take place. Well, whatever. Who cares? Anyway, when I moved in our house, we didn't have AC because like the house was just literally picked up from one place and moved to another. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so the house got really really hot. We had no AC, so being upstairs sucked ass. Moved my room down to the basement, so I had the whole fucking basement to myself, and it was awesome.
Nice.
And I promise this is going somewhere. Yeah, I had a sweet couch down there. I had like the sweetest gaming setup. I had a cooler that I didn't use for its intended purpose. I just put stuff on there like a fucking idiot. But
it's a table.
Yeah, exactly. Anything could be a table, honestly. But yeah, anyway, my good buddy Joey. I'm sure you remember Joey from high school, right, Tommy?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he stayed the
Andre,
night for like
you
a whole
remember
week.
Joey, right?
Yeah, cool guy. I still keep up.
Yeah. So he stayed like the whole weekend, and then my good friend Brandon, every couple of weekends he would come stay the night at his dad's, and he also came over and he stayed the whole weekend too. So it was just me and Joey and Brandon, and we're down there just playing video games. We had a GameCube and the PS2, so like, we would just brawl the fuck out in I think it was called Marvel Nemesis: Rise of the Imperfects. I think is what it was called.
Sure.
Oh boy.
And
what is that? I don't think I know what that is.
Oh, Google it if you
Marvel
can.
Nemesis.
Yep, Rise of the Imperfects. It was this like top-down kind of like multiplayer. Well, I guess there was like a single-player campaign, but it was like this like brawler. I don't even really know how to explain it. And there were your usual Marvel characters like Spider-Man and Iron Man and the Hulk and shit like that. But then there were like these ones they made up just for the game, like Johnny and
Fault Zone.
I don't know that.
It's on
I know
the
there was-
list.
There was like Paradigm and like
I don't remember this game at all. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
it was.
Is this like X-Men Legends based, like that kind of engine, or like?
I don't
Man.
remember. I just remember like the game and the characters because it was wild. Like it was cool at the time, but then I went back and played it again, and it just wasn't the greatest.
Oh yeah,
Super
I can
unbalanced.
imagine. I can imagine.
But we also played a lot of Sonic Riders, which that still holds up. That's still really good.
I
And
played the
then-
Wii one of that. That was pretty good. I remember that.
Yeah. And then sometimes we would just like we would kind of chill out and we would watch like one person play a game. Like Brandon would play Metal Gear Solid 3 and we'd watch, or like I'd play a little bit of like Okami or something, or like God of War. And then we go right back at it with like Tony Hawk's Underground. We make stupid, like the dumbest, fucking goofiest create a character dudes ever. And just skate around and just fall and break our fucking tailbones. And oh yeah, that does.
Bros,
And then,
just
you know,
bros being dudes.
Exactly. It was great.
I love it.
Sounds awesome.
That's-
I love weekend stories like that. I have a lot of like, staying, whether I went somewhere or a friend came over and we just rented a few games and just played and, ate Cheetos and laughed
Hell yeah.
about weird shit. Just that's the best.
Just no worries in the world. Just nothing but fun video game times. Man.
Damn it.
Yeah. Whatever. I can eat Cheetos and play Tobal #1 and that's the game I was thinking of when you were talking about that. Like that game is trash. I went back and played it like 10 years after the fact. I was like, oh yeah, I used to love this. And I'm still like a Akira Toriyama freak, right? So like I'm like, this has still got to be good. No, it is not good. It is terrible.
Isn't that the fighting game where you like capture monsters and shit?
No, it's just a straight up fighting game, but it also has like a quote unquote RPG mode where you like do like dungeon crawling and stuff. And I was like, okay, the fighting game sucks. Maybe the dungeon crawling part is still cool. No, that wasn't cool either. It was all bad. My friend wanted to rent it at the time because it was famous for having the Final Fantasy VII demo.
Oh, that'll sell games. That'll sell copies.
Right. So like he wanted it for that, but I was genuinely interested in Tobal #1 because like I said, I was like a Dragon Ball I was into it. So, and Chrono Trigger, of course. I just liked Akira Toriyama. So I was there for that. But no, that game is just doo-doo. Wow, I said doo-doo. I never say doo-doo. I go on someone else's show and I just said doo-doo. Oh my
It
God.
was just a big poopy.
Yeah.
Quick, Andre, redeem yourself. What's a happy memory of yours?
Oh man. Let's see. Well, my first exposure to like a competitive multiplayer game was like an arcade multiplayer game called
Oh.
Atomic Punk, more famously now known as Bomberman.
Oh yes.
But I did not really know that was Bomberman. Like I had Bomberman on NES, but I went to the arcade and I saw it's like, well, it's not called Bomberman, but it looks like Bomberman.
Weird.
But like you're playing against each other, and these three guys, it was a 4-player cabinet. These three guys were already playing, and they like motioned for me to come over and like put in a quarter. And I do mean motioned because they didn't speak any English. I don't know any Spanish. So like we just spoke through the language of video games basically.
Yes.
And that was our mutual language, and that's about all you need to have a great time. Let me tell you what, that was just the best. We put in quarter after quarter, and it was like, I forget what the machine was set to. I think you had to win 2 rounds for it to be like, the winner or whatever. Everyone knows how Bomberman multiplayer works. It's the same thing as it always was back then too. But it was an arcade game. And oh my God, I just spent so much time playing. It was just so much fun. It was incredible. It just blew my mind. It sounds so simple to be like mind blown by like Bomberman, just basic bitch Bomberman. But honestly, at the time, there was just nothing like it. Especially, I don't know how many people know that was like an arcade game too. But
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
that was
Bomberman.
that. Yeah, that's one. No, it's okay. That was just one for me. So
that's the magic of arcades. That's what we just missed out on. Like we had crappy arcades, and of course there's beercades you can go to as an adult, but it's not the same. We missed out.
Yeah,
Bomberman.
it's really a bummer, man. I see what you did there. That's why y'all make the big bucks on Super Pod Saga. I tell you what. Fine Time can learn a couple things. Steve and Kevin, I'm telling you, if you're listening to this, listen to these guys. They're pros. We are not pros.
Andre says poo poo, and Aaron drops a bummer, man.
Yeah, come on. I said the poopy word. No, it's just you're right. That is the best at the arcade. You can't. And at the time, you really had to be there. It really mattered.
Yeah.
Holy shit, not to throw us off track, but I was Googling Bomberman just for the fun of it. And there's a fucking Bomberman, like, Wii Sports bullshit-ass game.
What?
Bomberman
Really?
Hardball. It's got baseball, golf, tennis, and a living mode? Where you play as Bomberman in his own house?
Oh, so it's like Bomberman Animal Crossing?
That's kind of
my gosh.
cool and or stupid.
Bomberman Hardball?
Hardball.
Bomberman PlayStation Home?
Look at this.
Damn. It's like, it's the game that I've always wanted. Yeah?
Yes, we'll go with that. Yes, you wanted this for Bomberman. I would love Bomberman Baseball, honestly.
Oh, I'm watching a clip right now. I am all for this.
Your turn.
Yeah, you talking about hanging out with friends put a memory in my mind that I didn't even have on this list, but now I have to talk about it. For my bachelor party 5 years ago, I didn't want to like go out and do anything because that's not the kind of person I am. I was like, we're all gonna get together in one place and we're just gonna play video games until like 4 a.m. like we're kids again. So all my guy friends from all the different states came over, and we played a bunch of Jackbox games. One of them, gosh, I don't remember the name of it. None of us had played it before. The description was like you're trying to convince other people to go on dates with you. So you send them a secret message to try and convince them. Like everyone sends a secret message to someone else, and then you have to decide who you want to go on a date with and try and get coupled up. So
oh boy,
we all sent our secret messages, and then it's like on your phone, like, who do you want to date? And then it says it, and we're like, not like nothing's really happening. We're all just giggling to ourselves. And then on the screen, a phone pops up and it shows the message conversation between everyone. And it was the dirtiest, filthiest things. And none of us knew that everyone was going to be able to see our messages. We thought it was going to be private. So all these messages of us dudes trying to attract each other.
Oh my God.
Try and get each other to go on dates.
That's incredible.
It was just chaos. After everyone had been drinking way too much, it just became the most horrible thing.
That is
Perfect.
Excellent. That is perfect. That is perfection.
Yes.
I think the makers of this game, I'm sorry, I think the makers of this game banked on that. I'm telling you, like,
yes, absolutely. Oh my
that's
God.
so good.
Okay, that sparked one for or I guess maybe a couple
Yes,
for me
more
too.
sparks.
So
let's start a
so
fire.
yeah, we fucking can, dude. It's Naked and Afraid. We gotta yeah.
man.
Fucking
Naked and
speaking
Afraid podcast edition.
Super Pod Saga is the Naked and Afraid of podcast.
It really is. We gotta survive, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So for my brother Devin, for his bachelor party, we did kind of the same thing. We just got a bunch of alcohol, and then we went to my place, and we played. Well, we didn't play video games. We played one game for fucking 8 hours straight. We played Tekken Tag Tournament 2 on the 360.
Oh man,
It was actually fun because it was like four of us. We were super drunk, and we were just making like the goofiest create a character motherfuckers ever, and just playing online and like talking absolute shit to everybody we played against online. We would beat somebody online using like the cheapest moves. Like we would just like back them in the corner and just like do like the same, X punch, X punch, X punch, and just beat him in the cheapest way possible, then message him and be like, "Fuck you, you little fucking turd." Like,
Oh my god, you were those children? Holy
We were-
shit!
Children
were
as
all
adults.
Yes.
we were all so fucking drunk though, dude.
Oh my god.
And then for my bachelor party, what the fuck did we? No, I think we did the same. I don't remember for my bachelor party. I don't remember what the fuck we did. I think we played Jackbox, and I remember there's a lot of party games that I like that like most people haven't heard of. So I'll be like, guys, we gotta play Crawl. We need to play Crawl. People are like, I don't even know what that is. Like, what even is? Shut up, we're playing Crawl right now. And I'd hand up the controller.
This is
and,
my party.
we're playing Crawl.
It's time for Crawl.
And everybody loved it though. We played some Bomberman as well because Bomberman is like the ultimate party game, and I love Bomberman. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that made me about that arcade experience for me, a Bomberman fan for life. I played a lot of what was the one on Cube, the first one, Bomberman Generation. Played a lot of that multiplayer.
Would you be upset at me if I said I haven't played a single second of Bomberman?
What the?
Wow.
I mean,
It's okay.
there's.
I just wanted to throw that out there so everyone was. We were all aware of it. We can just.
I mean, I was
text
having a
it.
fine time until now.
I know. I
Oh,
know.
Tommy. Oh, dear sweet Tommy. At the end of when we're done recording, and I want you to go to your Xbox, and I want you to download. What is it? Bomberman Battlefest.
Battlefest. Okay.
Yes,
I'm
it's-
typing it
it's
on
fun.
my computer. I hope you heard the typing.
I heard those.
Computer typing.
keys. Working.
Andre, it's your turn.
100.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. This okay, how about this? So more arcade bullshit because
Yes.
I'm old.
I love it.
So, all right. So Vegas. I grew up in San Diego. We used to drive up to Vegas all the time because it was close by and entertainment, etc. So like Vegas used to be like a big testing ground, location test for arcade games. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, that was the way you put out betas to test the game on people before the game
Oh,
actually comes out,
interesting.
if it comes out at all. Because if the location test goes badly, they might go, you know what, this game isn't going to make any money. Let's not bother, because like that could happen too. So you might have like stories where it's like, I swear I played this one game where blah blah blah, and it's like you may have, but like they didn't actually release worldwide or whatever. That there is cases like that that are lost to time. But anyway, Vegas, obviously, since everyone around the country and around the world, quite frankly, comes to visit Vegas, it's a perfect testing ground for arcade games. So I would often see games there weeks or even sometimes months before I saw them back in San Diego. When San Diego had a great arcade scene, so that's how far ahead Vegas was sometimes. So I remember two games specifically I saw there that blew me away. One of them was called Arabian Fight. It was a Sega beat 'em up. Don't know if you ever heard this. It's like 1992. It was developed on the then new like System 32. It did this like System 32 was like the ultimate, like they're like 2D scalar games like Outrun and like Space Harrier and stuff like that. This was like the ultimate version of that hardware. Like, so Arabian Fight was a beat 'em up. So imagine like Final Fight where the characters like scaled in and out as they moved like up and down on the plane, like really dramatically. It was crazy looking. It was insane. And then if you press the two buttons to do your like special attack, it would be like the screen filling, like animated, like fully animated, like fucking thing that would like blow everyone away. It was crazy. Everyone was looking at this machine like, I cannot believe this is real. It was wild. It's not a very good game though. It just looks crazy. What's that thing that came out? That Sega mini arcade machine. I can't remember what the name of the mini console is right now, but it came out on that like a couple years ago.
Oh, wow.
And me and a friend played through it. It's like, oh man, I used to love that. Yeah, I remember seeing this game in Vegas. It's not that great. It's fine. You know what I mean? But it just looked cool at the time. Anyway, I just remember being completely blown away by this. It was just one of those things,
Yeah.
The second one, and much more well known, is Killer Instinct.
Hell yeah.
I cannot describe to anybody who was like not of age or there at the time how absolutely fucking insane Killer Instinct looked and sounded at the time. It was I didn't even know, I didn't even see the machine. I went upstairs to wherever they usually had the test games at this one place. I forget, it was Excalibur. I forget what place it was in Vegas. And there was like over 20 people huddled around this machine. Can you imagine that for an arcade game? Like literally 20 people just trying to like look at the screen. Yeah.
Jesus.
And I couldn't even see the screen because at the time I was like 13 or something. I mean, I was like, I was tall enough, but I had to, kind of shove my way through. I just couldn't believe it. Like, we're all just yelling at the screen. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, holy shit. And then like someone, I forget who, I don't know if it was like a tester or just someone who figured it out. Someone did like Bjorkit's Ultra combo. And we all like simultaneously like, we all screamed.
Amazing.
Yeah, at the screen, and then like the FMV comes on of like panning up her ass and her titties and shit, and it's just like, oh my god, everyone's like, what is this? What the hell is this? Because we hadn't seen like full ass like CGI like cutscene at the end of a fight. It's like, what the hell is this game? So by the time, and I was telling all my friends about it back, when I got back, and they're like, shut up, you didn't see something like that. I'm telling you, this game existed, I promise. And then it finally came out at one of our arcades, and we were just, it became like the biggest thing ever. Everyone knows how big Killer Instinct was, but just seeing it for the first time, I will never, ever, ever forget that. That was so just cool. Absolutely insane.
You must have been so cool getting to see it before everyone else.
Yeah, I felt cool. I tell you what, I didn't know enough back then to be like a total like 90s hipster about it, but I probably should have.
I miss that. That's something that we don't really get anymore because graphics are good all the time. Just seeing impressive. That used to be like the thing with E3s that I watch. I'd see something and be like, this is the best. Nothing's ever getting better than this. And now I'm playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which aside from the frame rate looks incredible. The level of detail of everything is awesome, and I don't even notice it because I'm just so used to it now.
Right. I just got off of playing, what's it called? Horizon Forbidden West, like the DLC. Yeah, and that's like probably the best looking thing I've ever seen. Yeah. That game looks absolutely insane. You know what I mean? That's like the first game in a while that's really blown me away. It can still happen. Like the first time I saw Returnal, right? Like it was like, holy shit, this game looks incredible. It can still happen in spots, but back then technology moved so fast where it could happen like all the fucking time. At the arcade, that was the premier place for technology.
Yep.
So Killer Instinct had a hard drive in it. What games did that? Like you had to store all that. It was crazy. It was crazy, guys. So seeing games in Vegas before they were out other places, that is definitely a memory I have. One of them was also Sonic the Fighters, but that wasn't very impressive. So whatever. Yeah.
I'll never understand what like crawled into their head in the middle of the night and made them think like, hey, Sonic is cool. Why don't we make a fighting game about Sonic? Like, that's what the kids want. It's what they want.
They've been doing that for 30 years.
It was not what the kids wanted. It was so, I don't know if you ever played that game, but it was like lame. You just like punch like Fang the Weasel or whatever the hell he is, and like 5 little rings pop out of him, and it's like, this is dumb. Whatever.
Oh man, poor Sonic. Not to keep going with the hanging out with friends theme, but that's kind of like,
it's fine.
There were one of my friends had Halo 3, just the one. So we had to go over. It was on the Xbox 360 with its amazing graphics, unbelievable sand in the maps, and
unbelievable.
we would just make the stupidest, dumbest things in the Forge mode. Our favorite mode that we created, turned gravity all the way down, speed all the way up, and only gravity hammers as the weapons. So it's just 3 dudes on the giant sand map. So it's just 3 dudes sprinting around at the speed of light, trying to hit each other with hammers and sending each other flying through space. It is just nothing but laughing and crying, vomiting. No, there wasn't.
It sounds crazy. That sounds like the thing I play I play a lot of Overwatch now, Overwatch 2, and like the stuff people do in like the custom game sounds like that's
Oh
like
my gosh,
taking
yes.
Reinhardt and like a bunch of Torbjorns or something and like hammering the shit out. I don't know. The people do like weird shit like that all the time. I'm glad that spirit of like weird multiplayer custom
Yeah.
stuff is still alive. Yeah.
We almost have more fun. You can always find in Overwatch 2 a wave-based Reinhardt mode where it's a bunch of Reinhardts that spawn and they get progressively more difficult. That's almost more fun than actual Overwatch.
Yeah, people love that stuff. Like, I don't usually play modes like the custom modes like that people make, but like, you know, I just love scrolling through sometimes and seeing like, you know, Daddy Reinhardt chases tiny Torblitz or whatever. Like, it's just so stupid. I love the names.
Okay, maybe not accidentally. There was one that was a dating. It was for use for dating, where you would you start and it asks you all your different personality types and stuff, and you do that, and then you actually just walk around and talk to other people.
Yep, I see like chill or kill, like 18 plus or whatever. Like, yeah, it's really
they're doing some stuff there.
Yeah, people do some stuff on Overwatch.
Another mode in the Halo 3. The exact opposite and the stupidest thing, making it so you're moving as slow as possible and only sniper rifles, which was a stupid idea because you could just shoot anyone when you see them, but it was just comically hilarious seeing these Master Chiefs just shuffling around trying to move from place to place because the slowest movement is literally like slower than walking. It's just shuffling along trying to make it without getting shot.
There's no way someone hasn't done that with Widowmakers, a bunch of Widowmakers, surely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm imagining like a bunch of Masters Chief, and like they're doing their full they're doing their full run cycle, but like only moving like maybe an inch at a time, not even.
No, their
like
legs moved in time with how fast they were going, so it was just a little shuffling.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That's even better, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here's another Halo memory from another Halo memory, I guess. Choo choo, Halo train.
All aboard.
All aboard.
Bitches.
All aboard, yep. Me, again, and my brother Devin and our good friend Jared. When Halo Reach came out, we played the absolute piss out of the SWAT mode, which I guess for anybody that doesn't know,
that's me.
What the hell? Yeah, SWAT is basically like there's no shields. You just have your health bar and that's it. And it's all pistols and DMRs. And I don't think there was grenades. Yeah, it was just pistols and DMRs. So if you got a headshot on somebody, like they're dead. they're fucking dead.
He's dead, man.
So basically like COD, but Halo. But of course all the other Halo shit that goes into it. But yeah, we played a shit ton of SWAT, and we would 3-man it up. And I would like to think that we did really well, but sometimes there were teams that were just way too fucking good. Yeah. Like, I don't know how people do it, but they would like know where you were coming from, or like they would just run behind, like they would already know where you are and like come up behind you, and
they're probably
it was
playing
fun.
Like Counter-Strike.
Yeah, hell yeah! It was frustrating, but it was still really fun. Man, that SWAT was just so much fun.
Have you
never
you tried
really did the Halo
recently?
Oh.
Whoa.
Who gets to talk first?
Do we flip a coin? I'm sorry, I don't know the protocol on Super Pod Saga.
I don't have a coin. Who's got a coin? Oh, I found a nickel. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
Heads, I talk first. Tails, you talk first.
It's okay.
Please let it be you, because I forgot what I was going to say.
It's heads. Okay. Everyone reset. Play is about to resume. Aaron, have you played it recently, though? Does it still feel the same, or have you not played it?
I haven't played Halo in a very long time.
Okay, Andre, your turn.
I genuinely forgot. Oh, I was just going to say, I don't remember I've never really done the Halo thing a whole hell of a lot. I guess I remember when the first one came out, and my friend had got an Xbox at Christmas or something. We played like some co-op, like split screen co-op, and that's always fun in Halo, right?
Oh yeah.
But when I got I had never had the original Xbox, so I got a 360. My friends had Halo 3, and I think we played like campaign, like 4-player split screen, which was like insanely funny.
Yeah.
Like way to play the game. And I did that, but like outside of that, I don't think I've ever played a Halo since. I'm pretty Halo deficient in my life. Maybe that's my problem. my overall problem.
I'm the same. I was exclusively through friends playing Halo. I didn't have an Xbox until my current Series X. So
okay.
But the first Halo, that was my first local multiplayer experience. I think that was. I remember vividly. I've talked about it before, but I remember vividly not understanding the controls because that was the first-person shooter I played, and I was like, "This is stupid. You can't. All I do is shoot into the sky. How is everyone else even doing anything?"
Yeah, I remember, God, I can't remember the first game I played with those kind of controls, but I remember being like, okay, this is a thing now. Because, I was used to, like, ports of, like, Doom or, like, other types of Doom games to, like, PS1 and N64 and stuff and how they controlled. So it's just kind of like, where's my strafing buttons? If I can't press L and R to move, what the hell is even life right now? And then, I learned better.
I remember going from, like, those games with, like, the two sticks and then going to like Metroid Prime, and it's like, what the fuck? But it's actually like worked pretty well. I mean, I haven't played Metroid Prime in years, but
it worked for the type of game that it was at the time. Like for it to work that way. But yeah, it was definitely, if you were used to playing something else, you were just like, yo, what is this? But fine.
One of my favorite things to do, which I guess kind of makes me a weirdo, is to look at old control schemes and just be like, what were they thinking? Some of them are so weird.
Yeah, especially I love the early PS1 experiments, even before N64, like that first year of PS1, because everyone was just figuring it out.
Yeah.
It was wild. Whether it's Jumping Flash, whether it was I had this terrible launch game for PS1 called Keliak, the DNA Imperative. Shouts out to anyone who played that bullshit.
What the fuck is that name again?
Yeah, Keliak, I think it's called. I never knew how to pronounce it because the game never said. Anyway, but like, it's a launch game for PS1. I'm sure you'll find it. Anyway, but like, it was like a first-person like mech kind of FPS game, and that controlled like hot ass. But like, again, they didn't know any better. It was just what it was.
I remember back in my day, triangle was the back button.
Do they even have the back button anymore on Xbox controllers?
No, it's two squares.
Oh. Didn't the original Xbox have like a black button and a white button? Or am I making shit up?
No,
okay.
That was absolutely real.
Okay.
And it wasn't even a good place to hit them either. You had to reach so far, or maybe I just had child thumbs.
Or, I mean, everyone complains about the size of the original Xbox controller. Maybe that was the issue.
Maybe
too much girth.
That definitely didn't too much girth.
It was too fat for my hands.
There's a girthy fella.
Mm-hmm. Big boy.
I've this never happens, but I've completely lost track of whose turn it is.
I think it's my turn.
Okay.
I think.
Are you sure?
I'm thinking.
I'm glad you're here.
No. No, he's right. He's right. He's right.
Let him talk.
Geez, where should I go? You know what? Oh. How about this? So one time, I told this story recently on Fine Time, but I'll give you guys the second scoop here.
Sweet.
So one time, this is like very early 2002, I think. I got a mystery package in the mail from Nintendo.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was, so I opened it up, and it had like a pot and like a little bit of soil. And, like, here are some seeds from Pikmin.
What?
Or something. And they were, like, on a stick. Almost like a, like the application stick for, like, a Chia Pet. I don't know if you ever had a Chia Pet. But, like, okay, yeah. So it almost looked like that. So the idea was that you'd stick the stick into the soil and water it, and it would grow this, like, some flowers that you might have seen in Pikmin. I must have fucked this up or something, because the flowers never grew. They grew like little bean sprout things, and then they died. Like, it never actually, like, came to fruition. I probably, like, overwatered it or something. So, but whatever. I got a mystery, like, Pikmin package.
What in the world?
21 years ago. It was weird.
I wonder if they just sent it to you. Shit. You were supposed to start the Pikmin population, and you failed.
Yeah, the real life Pikmin population in America. And I'm sorry, they gave it to a 20-year-old, a jobless 20-year-old who had nothing better to do. So, like, sorry, Nintendo, you sent it to the wrong guy. Don't know.
I love it.
You're just standing over the pot with like the hose going on full blast, just
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette, looking up at the sky.
Man, I one time in college, I had sea monkeys, like the actual sea monkeys.
Oh,
And I was
oh,
like,
yeah.
this isn't going to be a real thing, is it? No, they're actual little tiny animals. And they grow to be way bigger than you would expect them to be. You can see all their features, like their arms and their eyes and stuff. And I was like, wow.
That seems so freaky. That seems like it shouldn't work.
Yeah, it just comes in a package.
What it does. But yeah, anyone out there who like has ever knows what I'm talking about, who also got a mystery Pikmin package from Nintendo at one point in their life, or maybe it was just me and I fucked up the population. Maybe it was a package from the future and I was like, Pikmin are here to save us from pollution and war, right? And I just, sorry everybody, I fucked it up.
Man. Is it time for an ad break?
I think it is. Yeah, it should be time for an ad break.
Okay, we'll be right back. Sit tight,
You're
Andre. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey superstars, are you a coffee addict looking for your next big caffeine fix? Or are you just tired of all the normal boring coffee options out there now? Well, you need to check out Bones Coffee. Bones Coffee has lots of different varieties of coffee flavors. They've got things like red velvet, cookies and cream, s'mores. They've got one that's called Jamaican Me Crazy that's really good. It's like caramel vanilla rum kind of thing. But they also have just your usual, salted caramel and French vanilla and all that stuff. They even have decaf and what's called high voltage, which is just extra strength. And they've also got espresso. They've got all sorts of cool stuff. Plus, if you use coupon code Super Pod Saga at checkout, you'll get 20% off of your order. And again, that's Super Pod Saga at checkout to get 20% off. You can also follow the link in our episode description. And yeah, why not? Use that one-time coupon code. Like I said, 20% off. It's great. Let's head over to bonescoffee.com. Get yourself some coffee, some cool gear like mugs or French press kits, stuff like that. Check it out. Okay, bye. Today's episode is brought to you by our fine patrons, A Novel Console and Jared. Thank you, both you fine fellas. You've done a lot for our show. We greatly appreciate your support, and we love you. Okay.
Hey, Aaron. I've been having a
Tommy.
problem lately. Every time I go to the supermarket, the cashier tries to make small talk with me, and I can't do it. Do you have a product to help me?
I sure do, Tommy. It's called duct tape.
Oh, tell me more.
You simply put it over the cashier's mouth like so,
Oh, no.
and bam, no more talking.
Does it work in other situations as well? Like when I'm walking along the street and someone says hi, and I don't know what to say?
You bet your ass it does. You just take out your roll of duct tape, rip off a piece, and just slap it onto their mouth like so.
I
That's
heard
the tagline.
that they have designs so you can put a smile on their face too. Is that true?
Absolutely. You can put on a smile. You can have like a dog's like tongue hanging out like they're panting, or zebra stripes if you want it to be extra saucy and zesty.
The Bowser Jr. bandana.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one too. Or you put like a little plaid or flannel design on it. Whenever your grandma's trying to ask you how your cat is doing, just like, shut up, grandma.
What's this product called, Aaron?
It's called Shush Tape. Yeah.
Shush Tape. I love it. Thanks, Shush Tape.
What about you, Andre? What's your best experience with Shush Tape?
Oh man, that one time I went on Aaron and Tommy's Super Pod Saga, and I slapped the Shush Tape on them, and then I just rejoiced. I just enjoyed the silence, like Thanos after he did the snap. He just kind of sat there and he just kind of enjoyed the universe. Like, man, I am so proud of myself. Yeah.
Perfect. What about you, Tommy? Oh yeah, you got Shush Tape.
Yep. Sorry, this is still on.
Thanks, Shush Tape.
Shush Tape.
Are we back?
I think we're back. Yeah.
We're back.
Wait, let me check the time.
I never know for sure.
We're back.
We're back. Andre,
Are
we're
we
back.
Oh, okay. Are we back? Like, the boys are back. Like the squad is back in
The
town.
boys
Kind
are
of back
in
like,
town. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're kicking open those
Thin
like
Lizzy.
kicking open those like Wild West saloon doors. Just like
Oh yeah. We
Here to
we
talk
got these
about
out.
video
We got
games.
those out here. We got those out here still in Nevada. They still exist
Oh.
in spots.
We
The
only-
Wild West is still there are still remnants. Yeah.
We only did for pizza ranches. Some of our pizza
Yeah.
ranches.
Okay.
I don't. Do you have a pizza? Do you have pizza ranches in Nevada?
I'm unfortunately not.
Oh,
you're
damn,
missing out, dude.
man.
What a buffet!
It's a
Holy shit!
Pizza buffet.
Yeah, with
Mm.
salad.
Oh yeah, I love a good pizza buffet. Honestly,
It's-
that is just oh.
Can
yes.
I sell Iowa to you? And
Okay.
you're not going to believe me. It has both the ice cream capital of the world and the video game capital of the world.
Yo. What?
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah. What is
Lamar's, Iowa is the ice cream capital of the world.
That's where Wells Blue Bunny is.
And,
Oh, okay.
And I don't remember. It's Ottumwa, Iowa is the self-proclaimed video game capital of the world.
Self-proclaimed.
What did they invent Pong or something or?
No, nothing like that. They
Oh.
don't really have a reason. They were going to build a
Okay,
museum and then they never did.
Okay, that's always a good reason to be self-proclaimed. Honestly, that is the best reason.
My next one is a combination of two, so I hope everyone's okay. Can I get a ruling on this?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me check my pulse. Okay. Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to
approve.
call this one Rural Iowa Gaming.
Oh shit.
So, back in the day, I've told this before, and I'm going to tell it again because I think it's fun. I had a Nintendo Wii, and I had a friend with Nintendo Wii, and we wanted to be like the big boy gamers, so we bought Call of Duty World at War for the Nintendo Wii, which
Oh boy.
which had multiplayer.
I know the story.
It has multiplayer, but it doesn't have communications because Nintendo wanted you to use the room speak microphone thing instead of a
Oh
headset.
my fucking god! I remember that thing now.
Right?
Okay,
Right?
yeah. Holy
Isn't that
shit.
wild? That was their
Yeah.
solution.
Oh boy.
So instead, me and my friend just bought some walkie-talkies, and we just used walkie-talkies to communicate with our Call of Duty.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is amazing. That is actually pretty hardcore, and that is pretty Iowa. You are
Yes.
absolutely correct.
Oh, just you wait. There's more.
Oh boy.
Our house I grew up in was pretty small, so when I'd have friends over, we would retreat to the garage, where we just had like a futon out there and the TV set on a shelf that could not hold it, because it was the big TVs back then. It was those big CRTs, you know.
Oh yeah.
And
Just
one
like
time,
your one TV stand.
yeah, we were playing Super Mario Strikers Charged, our favorite multiplayer Mario soccer game, and as happens, the tornado siren goes off, and my basement at my house was the walls only go halfway up, so that's not very safe, you know. So I was like, my grandma has a fully furnished basement. Let's just grab everything and go there. So we unhook all the TV, all the Wii stuff. We're dangling all the nunchuck wires in our arms. And we get in the car and we start driving down Main Street, which is like 3 blocks. And in the distance, we see the tornado moving
Oh man.
across the city. We're like, oh man, we better get to my grandma's. It was just such a weird experience driving to.
That is.
We were like, we
That's
can't.
incredible.
We were like, we have to take the Wii with us. If this is gonna happen, I want to die playing Mario Soccer.
That's crazy. That is one. That's like the most Midwest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. I'm sitting here talking about coastal elite stuff like San Diego, you know, and you know, going to Vegas and playing Killer Instinct, and you are. That is great. That is excellent. Yeah. That's the life right there.
It's not the life.
That is the
45
life. I'm
minutes to
telling
the
you.
nearest IHOP.
Oh man, that is not the life at all.
Oh, dude, fucking, we were like, what? I think also 45 minutes away from the nearest Walmart too,
Well,
weren't we?
And if you wanted to see an R-rated movie, you had to go to the bigger city movie theaters because the smaller ones wouldn't play R-rated movies.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I worked at the radio
Iowa
station.
sucks.
I worked at the radio station, and they wouldn't let me play "Gives You Hell" by the All American Rejects because it had the word hell in it.
Oh my god.
Oh, but guess what? They'd let you play that Apple Bottom Jeans fucking song on the daily announcement.
Little John and the East Side Boys, totally fine.
Yeah, dude.
Could you play Get Low before white people found out what skeet 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 meant?
They played it at our dances.
Oh yes, excellent.
Our
That's perfect.
95% white class. getting. Oh man, weird times.
Get
Weird times.
low.
That is excellent. Oh man, I love it. I could maybe you should just get you. Maybe you should just regale me with Midwest stories or something. I feel like that's the move right now. My God.
Here's so I guess here's one that kind of plays into that a little bit. 'Cause, I mean, is it my turn or are you?
Yeah,
going with your
it is.
Tommy? Okay, so when I first got my GameCube, it did not come with a memory card, which is stupid. So
Memory cards.
So I had Metroid Prime, which came with the GameCube, and then I had also gotten Pikmin. And again, no memory card, so I couldn't save my data. So I would just leave. My brother and I, we would take turns playing it. We would just leave the motherfucker on for days on end because the nearest Walmart was like, oh my god. So my dad lived in this super duper remote town. Well, he didn't live in the town. The town was called Royal, but he lived in this little like acreage, maybe like I think like 10 miles from this town called Royal. So the nearest Walmart was about fucking 45 minutes away. Or I guess the nearest anything that would fucking possibly even carry a GameCube memory card was like 45 minutes away. Mm-hmm. So we would just leave that fucker on for days on end until eventually we would get a chance to get a memory card. But yeah. It's Iowa sucks.
That's how you do it.
Wow. That is something. Yeah. And I'm thinking as you were talking about that, I remember how I got a GameCube is that we camped a Kmart by thinking, again, big city stuff. Which of the 20 Kmarts in town should we go to that's the kind of thing. It's like which one are people least likely to be at? And we actually did find one. They had 15 GameCubes and there was like 9 of us. So I did get one.
I don't know if I've ever been in a Kmart.
Really?
I've only been to one.
I've never been in a Toys R Us either because the nearest one was an hour and 15 minutes away.
Is that the Sioux City one?
The Sioux Falls.
Oh, okay. I've been to one Kmart, and that was in Cherokee. And then they all died.
Yeah, they're all pretty much dead now. Man, I can't imagine not going to a Toys R Us. I don't get like straight up like super nostalgic for stuff as far as like talking about video games because I always like the objectivity and nostalgia is the enemy of objectivity, right? So I try to be you can have those memories but try to separate them. Honestly though, those Toys R Us like tickets, I don't know if you guys know how it worked. You'd take a ticket up to you'd have the wall of games, right? But all of them would have like a paper ticket of how many they had in stock. Right, so you'd see all the games of like a picture of all the games on this big wall, all this rows and rows of walls of all these video games, and you take the ticket up to the counter, and they'd scan the ticket, and you buy this thing, and then after that they'd staple your receipt to it, and then you take the ticket and your receipt up to like this claim counter.
What?
And the guy would go, and the guy would go in the back and then give you your video game.
There's got to be a better way.
It was great. I'm telling you, any Toys R Us kid who used to do this in the 80s and 90s is like, yes, they are like pumping their fist at this podcast right now. I'm telling you, it was a thing. It was great. It was magical somehow. I'm telling you. Huh. It worked. It was part of the experience of Toys R Us.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I never got to experience it.
Go ahead, Tommy.
No, I was just saying I never got to experience it.
That's basically what I was gonna say too, Andre. Like at the start of that, I was like, "You guys remember how Toys R Us had the ticket thing?" And we were like, "No."
Yeah, it's like, nah. No. I don't even know. I should have. Yeah, I should just assume. I should just assume I'm old. Am I the oldest guest you've had? Maybe
depends on your age.
I will be 41 in a couple weeks.
Ooh, I'm not sure. That's close. We've definitely we had an arcade episode, so we had a guest on who experienced arcades. So I'm guessing you guys are the same age.
Yes, I heard him, and he was. That's why I mentioned the System 32. Actually, I meant to mention that when I was talking about Arabian Fight, because he was talking about a Golden Axe or Revenge of Death Adder that also ran on System 32. Ooh. So that was like the same like crazy like super like early 90s like ultimate 2D hardware that was also in the game. That's why it looked so impressive at the time. Like it was just incredible to look at. Yeah.
Was that your memory, or do you want to do a different one?
Oh no, I got plenty. Let's do this one. This is really weird. You guys are gonna have to follow me on this one, okay? This is a really strange one.
Yours have been my favorite so far.
Okay, so there was a, I don't know if you guys know the Sega arcade mech fighter Virtual On.
It sounds familiar.
I've heard of it.
Okay, and there was a sequel called Virtual On Oratorio Tangram, and this one came out on Dreamcast, and that's how I mainly played it. I saw it at the arcade too, but and I was obsessed with this game. I loved this Virtual On 2, if you will, Oratorio Tangram, and like it had this very, very drugged up robot voice that was like the quote unquote announcer. I don't know if it was like Tangram itself talking to you, but that's what I always like it visualize it as, so that's what I'm just gonna call it still. And it would say all manner of stuff as you're like getting to the next stage or like what have you. But it would say this thing after you beat the Tangram itself, I guess. It would have the speech that started with the words at the end of the show, something, something, something in English. And then like it would end with like you were once a something or other, but all that's in the past. It was like this very like crazy robot voice. I had no idea. It's like, what is this thing talking about? 10 years later or so, I get really deep into New Order. I start digging into their back catalog. I all of a sudden find out it's fucking New Order lyrics, man. There's a song on their there's a song on their 1993 album Republic. It's like a deep cut. It's not even a single or something. And it was like, I forget the name of the song, but he just starts singing it at the end of the show, and I'm like, no way. You know what I mean? And then it just ends with the thing like something you were once all that's in the past. I thought I was losing my mind.
Oh my gosh,
I legitimately thought I was having like a mental breakdown. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I thought I was like two things collided in my brain all of a sudden that I never thought would collide. And so, like, it just made me be like, was this the song this whole time? Was that never in the game? Did I hear this song somehow? Because this song came out in 93 and the game came out in 98, and I just somehow imagined that was it. All these scenarios just happened in my brain all at once. I thought I put the blame on me. No, it was just, I'm sure the Japanese developers are just a fan of New Order, and they just put that in the game because it was just funny English to put in there, and they thought nobody would notice, probably. But like I made that discovery on my own, just discovering New Order's catalog, and whoa, what? It was wild.
I had something similar but not nearly as cool. When I played Guitar Hero 3, there was a song, I want to say it was Don't Hold Back. I don't remember who sang it, but the opening guitar riff, for whatever reason, tickled a thing in my brain. I was like, is this from Cool Borders 3 from the PlayStation? I could not get it out of my head. I was like, this is the main menu theme from Cool Borders 3. And it was driving me nuts. And I looked it up on YouTube, and it was nothing like that. It sounds absolutely nothing like that riff. But still, whenever I hear that song, it goes back in my brain to Cool Borders 3, and I have no idea why.
So weird.
Something had to have happened, I don't know.
That is such a weird, that is bizarre.
Brains are weird, man.
Yeah, but yeah, when I just started hearing it, because at the end of the show, that's not like a necessarily like super like uncommon thing to say. You know what I mean? So I didn't think it at first, but I was just like, wait a second. As the verse went on, and he kept singing, I was like, oh my fucking God. What the hell is my life right now? I thought I was on the, part of the Truman Show or something. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but it's weird when weird music coincidences happen like that. That can literally blow your mind.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure we can all agree that like one of the greatest joys of video games is sharing a game with someone and like having them enjoy it. Right? Back me up, please.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, is that just me?
No, I hate that. That is not a fine time.
He said the thing.
I said the name of the show, everybody. Shit.
I had a couple of uncles in Minnesota who live on
Yes,
my
I
farm.
love hearing about these guys.
It's a story. It's kind of a story I've already told before, but I know that you love it, Aaron. So I have to.
Yeah.
It's a farm. They don't have an internet. They don't have a computer. They don't have much technology at all. So I would go there over the summers to do some farm work and make some money. And no one talks in a southern accent. I don't know why I did that. They have a Minnesotan accent. They say they're always like this.
Oh my
yes.
God. I love that.
And I brought my GameCube with. And
Yes, I know this story. I love it.
and so I introduced my uncles to the GameCube and video games, mostly Tiger Woods PGA Tour and Mario Party. And controls weren't the best for them, so it was a lot of swearing at things not happening right, or like just not being good enough to beat me at Mario Party. Oh, I played a bunch of FIFA too, but it all reached a head in Mario Party 8 or 7. It was the one with the microphone, the little terrible quality microphone.
Oh man, I think that was 6.
6 maybe. Yeah. 6 sounds closer than 8. There was a mini game where it would show 5 cards with different fruits on them. It would flip it around and switch the spots. And my uncle had the microphone, and it was like, it's a game for babies. It's not difficult. So it highlights the card, and he goes, strawberry. And the game doesn't respond, and the timer is going down, and he goes, strawberry. Still doesn't register, and he's just increasingly yelling in volume, strawberry. And it's just not hearing him, and the timer runs out. It flips around and shows a strawberry. Waluigi goes, ah, and he's just like, son of a bitch.
Oh god.
Oh man,
I love those guys.
That is excellent.
And then
They didn't recognize the Minnesota.
yeah, strawberry. No, there's no Owen Strawberry.
Yeah.
And then a year later, the next summer, I came back. They had purchased their own GameCube, and they had bought their own Tiger Woods PGA Tour and the Sonic the Hedgehog collection. That was the only 2 games they ever bought for it and ever played for it.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. That is so weird, right? Because that's like the casual life. You buy a system, they have like 3 games, and it's like, why do you have like Tiger Woods 2004 and like Lost Kingdoms 2 or whatever? It's like,
Lost Kingdoms, holy Christ.
I played a ton of Sonic Spinball that summer.
Oh boy. Are you a Lost Kingdoms fan?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. You said it like, holy shit, Lost Kingdoms. So I was like,
oh, that was me.
That was Aaron.
Okay.
I played the first Lost Kingdom, not the second one though. But
see, I'm a hipster. I'm a From Software hipster. I loved their games like Armored Core, Kingsfield, Lost Kingdoms. I loved that shit. And then they went like Soul, and I just don't like those games. So it's just not for me anymore. But they're bringing back their Armored Core. That's good.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
Tommy? Did your uncles, like, instead of having like a traditional TV stand, did they have one of those like hexagon shaped little TV stand things where it had like little doors in the middle and like
they had a Hot Wheels collection, but only of monster trucks. So all around the windowsills and all up on the TV stand was little Hot Wheels monster trucks.
Yes, I love them shits.
God. And they were very good at bowling. They had a bowling team, so they had tons of bowling trophies on a piano.
That's the coolest shit I've ever heard.
We need to have a good bowling, like a good like Unreal Engine 5 ray traced lanes, like fucking like. We need to have a really crazy looking bowling game.
They need to get the team that made Rockstar Table Tennis back together, get the band back together, have them make Rockstar Bowling.
Yeah, cool. Please. I want like 120 frames a second, like fucking full like bowling. Come on, man.
And it's 3D capable, 3D capable too, so you can really see the ball coming at you.
Oh, like PSVR 2 or something? Like,
yeah, dude.
Oh gosh, it just turns into people throwing the bowling balls at each other.
Yeah,
bowling ball shaped controller and shit.
Oh man, I'm here for it. Give me the ultimate bowling sim.
So another one of my wonky ass game memories. My my friend Brandon, he would come down and stay at his dad's every other weekend, and we would just play games and just goof around. He had a wallet chain, so he was really cool. He introduced me to the rebooted Prince of Persia series, like Sands of Time and Warrior Within. Mm-hmm. And I would watch him play Warrior Within a bunch, and he was, running through it and getting like every health pickup so he could get like the true ending for the game after getting the Wild Sword and all that shit. But I remember thinking like, well, this is like the coolest fucking game ever, because you could like rewind time and fast forward. And they played Godsmack a lot. Like Godsmack did like the main theme.
They sure did. Oh my god.
And when that song came in, it was like, I thought, like, dude, this is fucking sweet. And so I down.
Oh my god.
So
I'm sorry. Go on. I'm not going to get caught up on the Godsmack.
So I went home and downloaded that shit on LimeWire.
Yes.
And I put it on my fucking iPod. Yeah, I had an iPod. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, my iPod had very, very, very few songs at the time because it was just like Godsmack and a bunch of songs from like Need for Speed and Burnout. Fucking Godsmack, dude.
Yeah, it just
Man,
Man.
kids today just having instant access to music whenever they want.
that's unbelievable,
It's
right?
not how it used to be. I had my
Oh.
MP3 player filled with songs from LimeWire that didn't translate right, so it just said various artists for 50% of them.
Oh, man. Yeah, I was a 90s kid. I had the big old CD flip booklet of hella
Yeah.
CDs, like that's what you did. So.
Blinding people on the highway with your CDs on the visor.
Yes, that was a prerequisite of driving. You must be blinded by the shiny disc.
I remember having a Walkman, and I only had I think I only ever had one CD, and it was just this fucking Nickelback CD. It was Silver Side Up.
I had Silver Side
Oh
Up
my
too.
God.
That was one
Yeah,
of the few
dude.
CDs I bought.
That was the only one I ever listened to, and I always listened to it on the bus.
Oh man,
I thought I was the coolest motherfucker ever.
I had the CD player that had the anti-skip technology, so I would go on the bus and be like, "Look, I can still hear Nickelback" as I'm shaking it.
I got a portable CD player for Christmas '95, and anti-skip. What the hell was that?
Yeah.
Right? So I tell you what, that thing skipped like a motherfucker. It was still it was still useful. You just couldn't take it around with you. You'd take it to places and listen to music, but
Did you know you could put PlayStation discs in your CD player and listen to music from the games?
Absolutely, did that all the time once I
Yes.
discovered that.
Look at you,
Yeah.
You're so cool. I did
Yeah.
that with my
What-
NASCAR game. Listen to "Flirting with Disaster."
I want to do
Well-
that with No One Can Stop Mr. Domino and listen to that Fat
won't
Tony
stop.
track over and over. He doesn't stop, dude.
You can't.
He
stop.
won't.
Have you ever done the thing where a game that loads completely into RAM, like Ridge Racer or something, you just open up the PS1 and then put in a CD, and it'll play whatever it thinks it is from the tracks on the disc?
No.
What?
You ever do that one?
No.
Yeah. So
No.
okay. So let's say you're playing Ridge Racer, the game's already loaded. Like I said, there's no more loading after the game is done. So because it's only one track and a couple cars, right?
Mhm.
And so and then you just put in REM's Monster or something, and then it'll just play whatever tracks or whatever it thinks
What?
it should play at that time. It'll just pull from the CD that you put in.
Huh.
Yeah.
My-
So not a whole, but the game has to be obviously completely loaded into
Yep.
RAM for that to work. So
Yeah. My dad did
the
something
fuck?
similar. He somehow pirated Die Hard, the video game.
Oh,
And
yes.
So we'd have to put a regular PlayStation game in, then we'd have to take it out and swap in the pirated version after the logos went through, because that was how it checked to see if it was real.
that is so ghetto. Oh my god.
That's some
I love it.
Dreamcast County shit.
It's so weird because I don't have a lot of memories of my dad playing video games, but I know that he pirated Die Hard. Or yeah, it was Die Hard. Yeah.
Die Hard Trilogy,
Yeah.
like the PS1.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I loved that game.
What else? What else did you love, particularly in a happy memory sort of sense?
Oh man. Oh, this is a good one. Y'all will love this. So,
Already
what
love
was it? November 2006. That's when we came out, right?
Yes.
And I remember it was like a Sunday. It was like a weird day, wasn't it? I think it was a Sunday. And I invited a friend over because we're gonna play. It's Wii time. We're gonna play Wii,
Mhm.
and I had the Wiimotes. We're setting up everything. We played it, and the first game we tried was Excite Truck.
Yeah.
Guys, I
Yeah.
fucking hate Excite Truck.
Oh.
Oh,
I hated it.
Oh,
I thought
no.
it was the absolute worst. So we're playing split screen Excite Truck. He's running through all these trees and he's winning. And I'm like, I'm trying to race here like a fucking fool. Right. And he's just fucking off.
Mhm.
And he's doing all this shit. And the computer's getting way ahead of me. And I'm like, am I just not supposed to race? Am I just supposed to just fuck around and then you
Yeah.
win? Is that the point of the game? And I loved arcade racers at the time, so this is very offensive to me. I got so fucking mad at this game. I threw the Wiimote all the way across the room. It banged in my small apartment. It banged against the wall. The two batteries went flying everywhere. Like, I was so upset, and I just, and I'm not a controller thrower. Like, I usually get mad at stuff, but I'm definitely not usually a controller thrower, let alone my brand new fucking Wii that I just got. And like, you know what I mean? That I don't know how delicate these things are. Luckily, the Wiimotes could take a punch, as we would learn to find out. But like, I cannot. To this day, he still makes fun of me that I threw my like 2-hour-old Wii that like nobody else had yet, and I just fucking threw the remote and I threw it against the wall because I got so fucking mad at dumb Excite Truck. Like, I hated it.
You're lucky the Nintendo police didn't arrest you for not putting on your Wii safety strap.
Oh yeah, I mean, let me tell you, I should have, because like then I couldn't have thrown. But no, and then we downloaded, I don't know what the 2 virtual console game was. It Bomber? Oh yeah, one of them was Bomberman 93, bringing it full circle for TurboGrafx 16. Yeah, so we played a lot of that, and I got a lot happier. And then, but yeah, Excite Truck made me so fucking mad. I cannot believe. I still think about that game and fume. I
thought it was fine. It was
people
a fun
like
distraction.
Yeah, see, people like this game, and no thank you. But yeah, we still laugh about that to this day, because I still talk to him. And then, back then, I had only known him for like not that long, so we weren't that great of friends. But now in our old age in 2023, we still LOLs at. I remember you threw your stupid Wiimote because you got mad at the truck game. Yeah, shut up, eat a dick.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. Mine is I'll try to keep it pretty short. It's a 2-parter. Okay. So I started out, or I said a little bit ago about playing games with my dad. One of the earliest memories I have is we had a PlayStation and we were a Crash Bandicoot family, and that game is really hard for child me. So I would have my dad play it to get through the levels better than me. And once he realized that there were like collectible gems that were hidden everywhere, he was like, we got to find them all. We have to get them all. So he went to his work and printed out, I don't know how he found this because the internet was like nothing back then, but he printed off an entire walkthrough for the game on a dot matrix printer, which is one continuously long sheet folded up endlessly. It was like hundreds of pages. And so on Saturdays, I would just sit on the floor scrolling through this ancient text, trying to help him find all the gems, and he would get them, and we 110%, I think it was, after you got them all, and we did it, and it was a fun teamwork thing, and that was a good memory.
Wow.
Part 2, a couple of years ago, my dad had a stroke, and it took away a lot of his movement on the left side. And he couldn't go back to work, so he was bored a lot. He asked he asked if he could have my PlayStation just for something to do. I was like, yeah, of course. And I asked him how it was going, and he was like, I can't play anything because he can't control it or whatever. And I would go back on Christmas, and he tried buying like the off-brand Chinese Nintendos that have like 1,000 games in them. And same thing, he couldn't. It just wasn't able to work for his hands. And so for Christmas, I was like, I've got my 3DS with all my Pokemon games. That's like one of the 2 games with Zelda that he plays consistently. So I like wrapped it up for him, all the games and stuff, and he opened it up and was super excited. And like a couple months passed, and he sent me a picture of his Pokemon team that he had made that was all like super leveled up because he was actually able to play it and was having a good time. And that made me really emotional and really happy that
that's cool.
I was able
That's
to
great.
for him.
That's excellent.
Oh man!
I can't top that. Yay, that's great. No, that's so excellent. I can't top that. You win. You win the.
I win the episode.
Yeah.
Winner. Man. Hey Andre, where can people find you and your podcast to listen to Fine Time?
Definitely go to Fine Time Podcast on Twitter, or you can follow me on Twitter if you want, Pizza Dinosaur. Either way, it's a Nintendo reference. Ha ha ha. So no one's ever done that before. But yeah, go to Fine Time Podcast on Twitter. We post all sorts of funny stuff, and hopefully you'll enjoy the show.
Yeah, check it out, please. And
I have. It's good.
And
Thank you.
If you're gonna listen to anyone, listen to Aaron. Where can people find us, Aaron? Where can people find the Super Pod Saga?
You can find it. I'm gonna try to say it as fast as I can. SuperPodSaga.com.
Nice.
No, that sucked. But yeah, SuperPodSaga.com is where you can find all of our recent episodes, our blog, our support page, where you can send us money through Patreon if you want to for bonus episodes and stuff. I'll give you a sloppy wet kiss. I think I don't know yet. Don't hand it out. SuperPodSaga.com.
Yay! And what are we going to talk about next week, Aaron? What can people tune in to hear us jabber on about?
Oh fuck! I knew I was forgetting something.
I forgot
go
the
through my
premise of
list.
the show.
we do this every fucking week.
The biggest dick you've ever seen in a video game.
Okay, I do actually. Speaking on that, I remember.
Oh God!
Back in college. No, this isn't going where you think it is.
Okay.
I just remember back in college after Skyrim had come out, someone posted on they asked for like a folder with all the mods that you need to make Skyrim better or whatever, and someone just sent like a package of it all so that he could install it easily. And he posted back on it, guys, why does everyone have giant dicks? I need help, because one of the mods they put in there just gave everyone giant dicks.
I love it. Every game should have a. Remember, like every fighting game back in the '90s had a big head mode. There should be a big dick mode. I mean, seriously, come on, it's time.
They really should.
I would get way more into The Witcher 3 if it had a big dick mode. I mean, what?
That's what
Who
it's
said
missing.
that? What?
He's just saying what everyone's thinking.
Yeah. Oh man.
Aaron, save us. What are we talking about?
Save
Oh
us.
man, I mean, you guys did a really good job of trying to stall for me, but I still didn't. What? I mean, maybe we could just favorite video game protagonists.
Yay! Video game protagonists. Look forward to it, everyone. Check out the Fine Time podcast. Play more video games. Have fun. Okay, bye.
Andre, say bye.
Oh, bye. Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.